Hi, everyone. Welcome to Latte and Tea Mystery. This hate story is about vanity, greed, and the twisted minds of 16th century psychopaths. Once was a noble's castle, now are ancient ruins, and was home of Elizabeth Báthory, filled with dark history and gruesome rumors of torture and abuse. The Hungarian blood countess and serial killer. Born August 7, 1560, in Nyírbátor, Hungary. She died August 21st, 1614, age 54 years, at her Countess castle in Countess, Slovakia. Her children were Anastasia Báthory, Orsolia, Andras, Catalin, and Pál Nádasdy. Her place of burial, Countess Castle in Slovakia. She had one sibling, Stephen Báthory. Spouse, Ferenc Nádasdy. They were married from 1575 to 1604 at the Palace of Verano, today known as Vranov nad Toplu, Slovakia. The marriage resulted in combined land ownership in both Transylvania and the Kingdom of Hungary. Countess Elizabeth Báthory was a Hungarian noblewoman who would later be imprisoned after being convicted of alleged multiple murders. Báthory, in her early years, she spent her time at Ext Castle. During her childhood, she suffered from multiple ailments such as seizures, violent mood swings, and constant migraines. Her seizures were believed to be caused by epilepsy, which at the time was diagnosed as falling sickness. This sickness was treated by rubbing the blood of someone who wasn't affected on her lips. At an early age, Elizabeth was exposed to violence such as mistreatment and beatings towards servants. Once Báthory reached the age of 13, she became engaged to 18-year-old Count Ferenc Nádasdy, whom she would later have children with. After they became husband and wife, they moved to Nádasdy Castle, where her husband would educate her in the ways of torture. He would present gifts to Báthory in many ways, often in the form of instruments of torture or acts of torture against others. He once gifted her spiked gloves that could be used on servants who made mistakes. For her amusement, Nádasdy restrained a young woman, who was then covered in honey and left to be devoured by insects. Although Nádasdy wasn't the only influence in Báthory's life during this time, her Aunt Clara introduced her to adult group activities, as well as people who were considered to be shady, witches, and alchemists. Báthory's level of violence dramatically increased after she relocated to Countess Castle in the early 1600s after her husband's death. She would often target women who were servants and peasants. Word of her violence spread into the nearby town, and due to fear, the villagers would hide their daughters from potentially becoming her next target. Her torture methods would include dismemberment, attacks of adult nature, needles, whips, and burning of the flesh. It is also believed that she would bathe in virginal blood to regain her youth, although some disagree as to whether or not this is factual. Báthory eventually came under investigation due to the torture of a young noblewoman. Unfortunately, the mistreatment of those who were considered lower class, peasants, was considered normal, and most would ignore their suffering. However, killing a noble, even if they weren't as high class as Báthory, was frowned upon, and those who contributed to the death of anyone who was higher class were punished. The investigation and imprisonment. After many rumors of women going missing in 1610, the King of Hungary at the time, Matthias II, sent two notaries to go and collect evidence of Báthory's reported involvement in the murder of these women. After obtaining dozens of eyewitness accounts and evidence of torture being present on the deceased, Báthory was arrested and imprisoned in the very castle where these murders took place. However, due to the lack of documentation that showed Báthory committed these acts, she was imprisoned instead of handed a harsher punishment. She was free to roam the confines of her castle, despite being under house arrest for the remainder of her life. Her servants, however, were not so lucky, as they were convicted of the murders instead and executed after confessing to the acts after being tortured. It is believed her number of victims could have been as high as 600. Báthory eventually passed away in her sleep at the age of 54 in 1614. She was originally buried in the town cemetery, which caused an uproar among the villagers of the town due to her crimes. Her body was eventually moved to her home, Ext, where she was laid to rest in the Báthory family crypt. The location of her grave today is currently unknown. In later years, it was theorized that Countess Báthory was a victim of a conspiracy theory. Some theorized she was a victim of political rivalry, as some would benefit from her downfall, and theorists claimed her to be a defensive widow. Others believed she had committed the crimes, but theorized that the actual acts of torture were heavily embellished to again aid in her downfall. One of the biases of this theory is that the King of Hungary, Matthias II, owed a debt to Báthory. However, these claims are heavily distributed. Now, this particular article was written by Presley Reeve. Speaking of heavily distributed, has anyone seen the 2006 video game-style horror movie about Countess Báthory called Stay Alive? Such a cool movie. If you haven't, you should. It's kinda ahead of its time. Here's a 2009 depiction of Báthory's story. It's cool, but I prefer the 2008 version. It's not in English. So, let's take a look at this one.
They stole a horse. They deserve to be punished.
History tells us, from a very early age, Elizabeth learned to be fearless, unfeeling, curious.
This seed will turn into a big tree one day.
And pitiless.
I beg you not to harm him. I love him, Mother.
Leander, the only love you should feel is to our Lord. You should respect your husband. But as for peasants and servants, you must never fornicate with them. Your peasant will die as he deserves, and you will stay in your room, so no one knows of your silly mistake.
Her mother died soon after. Elizabeth managed her estate masterfully. Soon, many noble families from the kingdoms of Bohemia to Poland were indebted to her and her husband. She even lent large sums of money to the king himself. She gave Nadashi 3 children. The first child was born 10 years into the union.
His father wishes for their bloodline to be tied to mine. Are you planning on asking for his hand? Keep him as a lover if you wish, but do not forget your rank. He's 21 while you're soon to be 39.
He's very mature for his age.
Of course he is. Elizabeth, young people change their mind all the time.
You old witch! Your repulsive look scared my horse!
Powerful now, but soon you will look like me, and then you shall see.
How dare you! Out of my sight!
Countess, you cannot let someone who insults you in this manner go unpunished.
How can you give me this beautiful love and take it away from me so fast? Come and brush my hair. It's bad enough my face is wrinkled. Now you want me to be bald like an old man? Leave. Leave.
No one knows if what she saw in the mirror is...
Will you stop this before it is too late? I tried to stop, but I already felt less alert. Then I applied the blood again and I felt an incredible strength, invading every part of my body.
The blood is not making you any younger. On the contrary, you're starting to smell of death.
I thought the Countess had sent you away.
I come here at night to watch over her. Make sure no harm is done to her. You are a rat. I know who sends you.
She would visit Vienna only to see her children. She claimed that she was busy with the war, but slowly the rumor spread that she stayed at cottage because of her legal practice.
You're mad. I've not seen Istvan in years. But I remember a rumor about an illustrious countess who had fallen madly in love with him and gave herself to him so easily. Could you possibly be Elizabeth?
Collect the blood before it is wasted.
Okay. So, I love to watch a good movie, those days when I don't feel up to driving to the theater. I have my entertainment center equipped with movie theater style lights and holds all my remotes and decorum. The Yidahome DIY TV stand come with LED strip. Its modern deformable entertainment center holds 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, and 75-inch TVs. It features, which I love, is the gaming TV consoles, 2 media console cabinet for 300 pounds for living room. Also has musical rhythm RGB LED TV stand. Yidahome Entertainment Center has 20 colors and 19 dynamic modes. The LED remote control lights can create a great entertainment atmosphere when you are watching movies or using a PS5 and other devices for gaming. You can freely choose your favorite color and dynamic mode by app to increase your entertainment experience during Christmas, Halloween, and other holidays. Now, the DIY TV stand is made up of 2 pieces. You can combine them freely as you need. No matter where you put the TV stand at home, this stand will fit perfectly and suit different needs for your living space. This multi-purpose TV stand can be used as a bookshelf, storage shelf, display shelf, corner TV stand, shoe bench, or media console. You can enjoy this unique DIY combination to decorate your room. This sturdy TV console table withstands 300 pounds and made of engineered wood, covered by retro water-resistant and scratch-proof wood finish. The durable wooden TV stand allows for years of enjoyment. This stable L-shaped design TV cabinet with 2 non-slip U-shaped buckles enhances the loading capacity up to 300 pounds. This TV stand will be very stable no matter how it is combined. This L-shaped design and large storage space makes it a modern and fashionable design TV stand for 45 to 75-inch TVs. The media stand is featured with 4 open storage shelves, which are great for your gaming devices, PS5, Switch, DVDs, speakers, family photos, and books. Display or keep your things in organized. 4 cable management holes help the easy organization and hiding wires. This Yidahome TV stand has a 65-inch stand with mount and power outlet, entertainment center with storage. LED stand is for 55, 60, 65, 70-inch TV, has spacious open shelves to store DVDs, CDs, gaming consoles, remote controls, books, magazines, and more. The hollow design at the back allows your wires and cables to extend well, ensuring neat appearance. It has a height-adjustable TV mount and features height-adjustable functionality. You can adjust the height of your TV according to the height of your couch to match your seating level, ensuring a comfortable viewing experience. The LED TV stand includes 2 power outlets and 2 USB charging ports to power multiple devices. And it features 7 colors and 21 dynamic lighting modes, flashing, flickering, fading, smooth, with timer functions. You can adjust the colors of the light strip according to different atmospheres. This sturdy corner TV stand design is a space-saving trapezoid shape that fits into any room corner. Made with sturdy P2 medium-density fiberboard and reinforced steel, without warping or bending. The reinforced backboard adds extra durability. The versatile TV cabinet is for multiple spaces. This entertainment center is suitable for 30 to 70-inch TVs in living rooms, bedrooms, gaming rooms, offices, studies, and entertainment areas. Easy 30 to 40-minute assembly, 2 people putting it together, but the kind of person I am, doing it myself is a thing. Guys, they have several different types of entertainment centers to fit your persona. Visit the links and get yours right from Amazon, and you can also check out the 6-month pay plan available. I'll leave the links in the description. Okay, let's get back to the blood. Countess.
There are reports that girls have been disappearing near Countess Báthory's castle for a few years. Many peasants have come all the way to Vienna claiming that hundreds have died.
So?
The girls were tortured before their death.
I see nothing wrong with that.
And bled to death. Many are claiming Countess Báthory is assisted by witches and bloodthirsty demons.
Witches and demons? The Countess Báthory involved in witchcraft?
Possibly. If the Countess is proven to be guilty of using witchery, you will be cleared of your debt to her and can seize her estate. Sign this, and I shall send men to investigate the murders at Countess.
It is strange to think that the hand that once stroked her will soon strike her. Will only strike her if she's guilty.
Dorothea, my white dress. Hurry. You've answered my prayers.
The girls were bled to death in a cage.
Elizabeth's servants' confessions were made under torture. The Countess herself was absent from her own trial. It was decided to hide her uncontainable madness, and thus to protect her name.
Death by strangulation is what the shrews deserve.
No! No!
As for that creature, decapitation.
Can hear but not speak.
Countess Báthory is condemned to be walled up inside her bedroom for life. A small opening will be left to provide food and water. No mirrors will be left in the room in order to punish the Countess for her vanity. Many witnesses have testified to the murders and the atrocities committed by the Countess and her accomplices. Bodies were found around Countess Castle, some of them partially eaten by the Countess. Also found were the journals written by Countess Báthory herself, documenting the murders in detail, as well as letters from Darvulia the witch, heretical books, and finally the cage she tortured the girls in. Even if it seems the Countess may not have practiced witchcraft, we do have one witness who has confirmed that he saw her copulating with the devil himself.
Love is the dagger that stabbed me in the back. If you're not a myth, absolve me of my sins and give me blood to keep me young.